Hi, I'm Regina King, here again with Seasoned, and we are about to take a trip down memory lane. I don't know what I'm gonna see. I am just anxious to find out what it's gonna be. You know, this is a 30 plus year career here, so I feel pretty good about the choices I've made over the years. So let's get to it. Boys in the Hood.
Who is that, Shawnee's? Let's try Ricky's best friend. He used to be best friends with Dobo when they was little. You know how they be trying to act like they brothers and shit. Girl, he is fine. I like to rush that. He go to Wall Street too?
Nia Long was giving the side eye. Well, first of all, I'm wondering where a couple of those girls are. Lisa was a great actress, so I'm wondering where she is now. Might have to ask somebody to go on their Facebook page, because I'm not on Facebook, and see if they can find her for me. And it was so ghetto in the greatest way. And just how young Nia and I are in there, man. Oh gosh, good times.
Why you weak? You a weak ass punk. You think you the shit just cause you work out? You ain't buff. I wish I never met your sorry ass. You a sorry motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Brush that weak ass fade. Nigga's dick can't stay hard 5 minutes. The fuck you do? Take steroids?
Wow.
That's the reason why I'm fucking somebody else.
Oh, goodness. Thought, wow, my voice is so high. I can hear a little bit of Riley in there. That's what I was thinking when I was watching that. I enjoy everything that I've done. You know, I get asked that question, but while Janet and Tupac are both iconic, I have to be honest, it was no more or less special than anyone else that I've worked with. You know, I've gotten the opportunity to work with some pretty amazing people.
Did you think it was going to be such an iconic film in Black history as it is now?
Probably not. You know, I think I felt that more with Boys in the Hood, just because of the subject matter and just because, you know, our neighborhoods they've never been captured that way, you know, on film, you know, and it was John telling a story. Yeah, now I'm thinking I miss him. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I don't want to go there.
This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna reject that shitty contract. You're gonna play out your
My voice was
existing
deepening
shitty
up at this point
contract.
in life.
You're gonna be a free agent next year. Come on, hey, baby, this is us. You and me. We determine our worth. Baby, you are a strong, proud, surviving, splendid black man.
Cuba. That was just special. Black love. We were the I think of us as you know, that couple that no matter what race people were, when that film came out, that was the love you wanted to achieve. That relationship was the relationship you wish you could have, or wish you can have, you know, present or past tense. So yeah, that was a special moment. And I just had my son. I was a mom for about a month here. So yeah, that was very special.
Leave your family. You are a damn fool, you know that. Between the dope and the music and me, you already done left your damn family. You know what the sad part about it is, Ray? You don't even know it. You know what? From now on, it's strictly business between you and me.
I think about, I smacked the shit out of Jamie on that scene. He still talks about it this day. I think he still has some PTSD behind it. Sometimes you're in the mud, I felt so bad afterwards. Sometimes you're in the moment and you don't even realize. But he said, I caught him a couple times real, yeah, you got a good one. So that was the first thing I thought of, and thought about it the whole entire time. Every time the shot went to him, I was like, was he sitting there thinking, damn, if she slapped the shit out of me? So that's what I was thinking.
It's always something. Now you tell me. What's wrong with you, woman? Shit. Have you lost your mind?
Yeah, I lost my mind, but I found it when you was in New York playing out with that.
I get up off this floor.
Come on, let me see you get off.
Shit. Listen, I can explain about New York.
No, you don't need to explain. Just shit.
Okay, so this is a great story that goes with that. So first thought, I thought Laz was such a great partner in this and such a good sport. In the original script, it was written that moment where she grabs some scissors out of the drawer and like puts them to his neck, and she's like, you know, get out my mom's house. And I was like, yeah, this is, we've worked up to get to a moment. It needs to be a moment. So I shared the story. One of my girlfriends actually did this, Chick. She caught her husband cheating, and she did this, and we were in my friend Samara's house in the living room, and she told us this story. And so I shared it with the writer, and they were kind of like, oh yeah, I'm not sure. And I was like, okay, but you need to come up with something other than the scissors. So like 2 days later, they called me and they were like, do you think that we could use that story? And I was like, sure. And then meanwhile, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't have Chick's number because years have gone by. And I ran into her at the nail salon about a year or two ago. And she just happened, it was not my regular nail spot. I just had some time to pass, so I was gonna get a mani right quick. And she was there, and I was like, oh my God, Chick, how you doing? Hugs. And she was like, do you remember when I told you that story in Samara Mama house? And you said, I'm gonna put that in a movie one day. I totally forgot about that, but we did. I'm sorry.
We need a car. We're gonna have to jack someone. Where's your gun?
I dropped the gun.
You hear the voice? You hear
dropped the gun?
poetic
What's
justice?
done is done. Let's be solution oriented. You mad?
How you gonna drop the gun, Gangstalicious? That is not gangster. That's very not gangster. Man, I can't believe this. You a fraud. It's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack.
I might have to go back and watch some of those episodes, man. Aaron McGruder, genius. I mean, my son was 8 at the time, so I had somebody to draw from. And I think about when the show started airing, I wouldn't let him watch it. And some years had gone by, and he was like, Mom, why does everybody at my school know Boondocks? And my mama is in it, and I don't know. So I had to start letting him watch it. So sometimes, for his friends that I like, we'll surprise them on their birthday, and I'll leave them a message as Riley. When I auditioned, I got the part of Riley, and then they were trying to cast Huey. And so I would read the dialogue on the auditions for all the Hueys that came in. So it was like a month of auditioning people for Huey. And because during the audition I was hearing all of Aaron's notes regarding Huey for the longest, I was just like, yo, let her sister get a shot. Let me see if I can form both. And we did, and here we are.
That child is coming. It's your grandchild. I don't understand you. It's your grandchild. What difference does it make how he gets here? The child ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wow.
Ain't none of us got nothing to do with that.
That child. That child. So that was it, right? Ingenue Ellis. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. I thought about that scene was like 8 people in that scene, and she did her coverage laugh and still gave that monster performance. She's amazing. So I thought about that. And then I thought about, I didn't realize that Al Green for the Good Times was playing in the background. Yes, the Rivers, best family ever. Yeah, I mean, I have no regrets. No regrets. Everything was exactly what it was supposed to be, even if it didn't feel like it in the moment. I walked away having learned something about myself or someone else or just life in general. I appreciate my career. Nothing but gratitude. For those people that say, I want to be just like Regina, I would say, you want to be just like you. You know, no one can. There's a song by Steve Arrington by this group called Slave, and one of the songs says, nobody can be you but you. So I would say, lean into all that's great within you. And if I'm inspiring you, that's pretty awesome. I am Regina King, and I am officially well seasoned.